Offbeat comedy on BBC One, chewing the fat in half an hour.
Welcome to It's Only TV, but I like it, and what a week in TV it's been. We've all been trying to work out who shot Phil Mitchell. Mr. Jupiter's here, thinks it's Tamsin Outhwaite, and Julian's fingered Martin Kemp. Personally, my money's on the big bloke, Pat Butcher. With Julian this week is the one and only Valerie Singleton, ladies and gentlemen. Here's some news for you. Valerie, John Noakes and Peter Purves are set to present a new series, Blue Peter for Old People. It's like the original, only with hundreds of cats. And on Julian's right is Richard Blackwood. Young Richard's often compared to Will Smith, as in, who do you think you are, Will Smith? We did ask East West Records for permission to play Richard's video, but unfortunately, they gave it to us. Of course, was a cover version of Mama Used to Say, originally by Junior Giscombe, who is Richard's uncle. Of course, what Mama actually used to say is, your nephew's a cocky sod. On Phil's team this week is Gail Porter, ladies and gentlemen. Gail recently said, to be a successful TV presenter, just lie and talk bullshit. So may I say how happy I am to have you on the... Gail has been carpeted by BBC executives for being drunk on kids' TV, although, in her defence, she had to do something to take the edge off the crack. And from the bill, it's Graham Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Graham was given an award by the Met for being the most realistic cop on the box. That's right, isn't it, Graham?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. He couldn't give a toss when I got burgled either. Now, the first round is all about bad news. I'll show the teams a classic moment of TV where the action is interrupted by some bad news. Like when nasty Nigel Lithgow turns and says, it's like this, fatty. Brilliant, Steve. Your dramatic scene is taken from Noddy and the Broken Bicycle.
What lovely dinner shall I make for Big Ears? Radish, parsnip. Radish, parsnip. Radish, parsnip, radish. I know. I'll make radish stew. Oh, who can that be?
Noddy! Noddy! Have you heard the news?
No, Mrs. Tubby Bear. I've heard nothing. I've been talking to myself about my vegetables.
It's Big Ears.
So what calamity has befallen Noddy's jug-eared friend?
What about Mrs. Tubby Bear? Wandering around wearing just a headscarf. Sounding like Claire Rayner. What's going on there? And I thought Noddy had rather OD'd on the blusher.
Yeah, I think so. Constant.
Yeah. And let's face it, if anyone here would know...
It's only in Toy Town could a bear walk into your house and you go, all right. Why isn't he going, bear! Aye!
I think she's kind of sexy, I'll be honest there. I think it's the headscarf and the fuzzy skin. It's kind of, you know, there's a sort of an Anne Robinson vibe coming off there. Without the sternness, I kind of like that.
What we don't know is it's hard to tell what the actual answer... Something's happened to Big Ears.
Yes.
Has he run off with Bob the Builder?
Another guy, because they actually would share the same bed, Noddy and Big Ears.
Like Morecambe and Wise used to.
I don't want to go there. But I'm just saying, Noddy and Big Ears... So maybe he's fed up. He's fed up with the relationship, OK? Noddy's not giving him much nods, right? He's fed up of the food because there's no meat and they're working all night and there's no meat to sustain the work they're doing. And he's gone deaf and no one's told him and he just thought, screw it.
Was there anyone in your family who went deaf as a result of meat deprivation? There's a thing involving here in your answer.
No, I'm just trying to work with the bad situation you gave us.
You're freestyling?
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Fellas, I know you're a Noddy fan, Phil.
Well, I was just a bit perturbed by Noddy's rap in the middle of that whole thing, you know. Radish, parsnip, radish, parsnip, radish, parsnip, radish. And the crowd say, Bo Selector.
Richard, you're doing a bit of the freestyle. Could you work that into something?
What, radish and parsnip?
Yeah, could you work that into one of your little rap thingamajigs?
Just say no.
No, but we're doing a little. We can do a little something.
Am I going to do the music?
Yeah, we'll do a little beatbox.
How do I do it?
Hit it back here.
Hold on to make someone get a roll. I need to put it between the house. He's having an attack. Hold on. I'll give you the high neck. You'll be fine. Are you ready? Actually, I quite enjoyed that, fella.
So did I, John.
I'm sorry, I just copped a feel. I do apologise. Under the pretence of offering you help, how low am I?
Am I wearing a bra?
I'll have to check. I'm sorry. No? She's gone commando, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm in room 112. So, I'm sorry, I interrupted. That was a great moment. Could we have a bit of the rap, though? I'm sorry, because
Okay,
that was
all right, let me see
that
what we
was
can do,
happening.
because you just thrown us on the spot here.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Give me a key.
Is that you beating
I'll do
your
it a bit
box?
louder.
Don't confuse me.
Yeah. A bit louder. All right. I don't know where to start, so I'll start where I am. Here with BS on this rap we never planned. I am the man, but Clear is next to me, so I'm scared. But we're gonna do a thing, never feared. My friends my street credit's gone on this show, but you're the man that knows. The beats throw me off, I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm trying.
Val, you're down. You're rubbish. You've got it going on, girl. Oh, I've been watching Jerry Springer, I'm telling you. What do you think?
Well, something awful has happened to Big Ears.
Yeah, that's the nature of the round.
Who's
And-
Could he
freestyling
be
too?
arrested by Mr.
Please
Plod?
don't touch me, Valerie.
God.
Well,
I think this might be a double first.
he's had an accident.
No, I think he's been arrested by Mr. Plod, the policeman.
Yeah.
What, for doing something awful on his
Yes.
bicycle?
Yes.
Did he have a bicycle?
Well, seeing as the episode was called something like Noddy and the Broken Bicycle, I think we're safe in that
We didn't know
territory.
that.
There you go.
I said it very clearly a minute ago.
There wasn't-
We wasn't
Have you gone
listening.
deaf as a result of meat deprivation?
Where do you want to go?
He's had an accident because she's so concerned, don't you think?
I think he's fallen off his bike then.
Yeah, okay. But accident on his bike.
All right, let's have a look and see how close you are.
It's Big Ears. He was riding his bicycle to see you, and he cycled straight into Jumbo the toy elephant.
Oh, dear.
It was an accident waiting to happen, wasn't it?
Tip of my tongue, I'm
Completely
sorry.
forgotten
I'm only going to give you the 2 points for that because you didn't get the elephant. So, Big Ears crashed his bicycle into an elephant. After that radish stew, it's not just the elephant going trumpety-trump. Noddy fans can now go on the Noddy holiday camp experience. You get to stay in a Noddy room, you meet all the Noddy characters, and Shane Ritchie knocks up your missus. That's the holiday camp bit. Phil's team, your clip comes from The Sweeney.
Squad office, Sergeant Carter.
George, this is the DI. Listen, I'm outside a pub on the corner of Wollston Gardens. In a minute, I shall be upstairs with a girl I know. Draw yourself a pistol and get down here with a friend. Someone who can shoot straight. I want you to sit in the bar till closing time if necessary and do nothing till I scream, right?
Right, gotcha.
Grant's mob are here, but the locals haven't been informed. And neither of them know about you, so be careful or you'll be caught in crossfire.
Oh, charming. What's going on?
So, what, to use Regan's parlance, is just about to go off? Phil?
Well, he said, he said, right, George, I'm at a pub. He gave him very specific address. He said, right, I'm going upstairs with a lady. I want you to draw a gun, bring a friend who can shoot, and it's all going to go off with Grant's mob. And then he goes, what's happening? I just told you. And they only had one phone in props. Look at them. They got that one. And can we see old John Thor as well? He's got a green phone and all. You see, he's in that very high phone box, and behind him there's that very low phone box.
Grant's mob, I think it's karaoke night at the Queen Vic.
Yeah. You would, karaoke night at the Queen Vic, turn up tooled, wouldn't you?
Well, it's obviously Grant's mob is the key to this.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it the same?
Is that the EastEnders lot?
Well, I don't know. Is it the same Grant that I was fingering only last week?
Well, if you don't know, then I'm not going to help you out here.
Or is it Russell Grant?
Oh, you haven't fingered Russell Grant, have you?
Well, I go to a lot of showbiz parties, you know.
She's got a lazy left eye. I've never noticed that before. And when you went back to John Thaw, she's got a lazy right eye.
You've proven that you're marvellously observant, but we're nowhere near the answer yet.
Well, it's some kind of blag. A slag's doing a blag.
A slag is doing the blag.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to say, because my memory's not that good. Even though I used to watch the Sweeney, I just watched it for the shouting.
And the occasional possibility of someone going topless.
There was always a completely unnecessary interview scene in a strip bar. George, get me a couple of scotches. Put the melons away, love, you nicked.
I think you'll find those scenes were entirely necessary. OK, let's see if you're right.
Neither of them know about you, so be careful or you'll be caught in crossfire.
Oh, charming. What's going on?
There's a bank screwing going on, right next door to the pub.
So Regan was warning Carter about a bank screwing. Of course, police communications weren't as quick as it is today. By the time Carter arrived, the bank was an all bar one. John Thaw says he'd like to watch the Sweeney again, but he can't get Channel 5. So, John, if you're watching, this is Gail and this is Richard. They're booing. Many of the titles of the Sweeney have homoerotic overtones. They include Golden Boy, Hard Men, Visiting Firemen, and of course the legendary episode, Oh, Get You, Carter. So at the end of that round, I'm giving you both 2, because you're both close, but not quite on the money there. You've both got 2 points. Graham, we all know you're so best for the billicles, but before that, as a jobbing actor, I know you had a number of smaller parts. And I believe you were in Doctor Who, is that not correct? Yeah. Was this a kind of a big part you had, or would we not?
I was always encased in rubber.
Yeah, but what about the acting, when you were actually doing Doctor Who? Yeah, that too. Because we've all been young.
Yeah, I've been a Marshman. I was Melker, which is the Time Lord's time machine up against the TARDIS, and Cyberman.
You were Cyberman. See, I heard you were Cyberman, and I was hoping you could maybe do a bit of that cyber magic for us on the show. So, for my personal collection at home, which normally only comes out on my wife's birthday, I bought this in. Could you give us a bit of that Cyberman acting?
But they're quite scary things, because what you had to do is you had to be very, very particular in how you walk.
Don't come any closer now.
And,
Val!
Val! You just have to be very careful. But
Val, I need to squeeze your breast again.
It's all right. It's a good... Actually, you never know, I might get a go as well.
No, you don't. You leave it out, right? Well, thank you for that, Graham. Thank you very much indeed. Now we're going to have a brand new round on the show. It's called Let's Laugh at Foreigners. We've got 3 acts from the 1982 Eurovision Song Contest held in Yorkshire, and we want to know which one got the least points. First up, it's Portugal's Duthe, murdering that old classic, Bem Bom.
Two at the back. It's like the Albanians thought they'd slip in at the back and have a go.
OK, next from Finland, Helsinking without trace, it's Koho with Nuko Pomin. It's like Peter Stringfellow out with his accountants, isn't it?
A chocolate machine behind the keyboard player. There's a geezer banging it. I've lost my money.
Oh no, here it goes. He missed his cue.
Can we see the end of that again, Joe?
He missed his cue.
That's what you call a big finish, isn't it?
The guy with
Watch the drum.
The drum. He misses his cue. Here it goes. Watch this.
We've all been...
Oh shit.
That's quite the drumstick, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And finally, suggesting that maybe Hitler wasn't the worst thing to come out of Austria, it's Mess with Sonntag.
Sonnen som tog på flygen, som tog kan ge den, som tog fyllning med kunderbarn. Sonntagabend liege ich in meinem Himmelbett. Sonntag, so ein Sonntag, hat so etwas Schönes an sich. Sonntag, so ein Sonntag, hat so etwas Schönes an sich.
Oh, that's not nice.
Not bad from where I'm sitting.
I can see a strudel.
So, here's the question. Who got the lowest points? Was it Portugal's answer to the question, what's that crap? Doce? Was it the reason Finland deserves those long dark nights? Or was it Sontag bloody Sontag by Mess?
Portugal weren't that bad. I like they were sharing gloves. Did you notice?
That's the first lot,
Yes.
The Musketeers.
They had one pair of gloves, 2 pairs of gloves between 4, which was a nice touch. Finland, before the age of Botox, clearly. I think they were probably the worst of the 3. And then these people who work in a harvester inn were on last.
So singing about the bomb. Don't bomb us.
I'm given to understand that the song was
Means
about
don't-
please don't drop the neutron bomb on us, and it's not
And then
a
he
good
does
case,
that.
really.
Talking about bombs.
What was it? Yeah.
How's your Dad's Day present doing?
All right, yeah. No, I did mention
Your,
you on a previous show, Valerie.
Chopper and your nuclear bomb
That's
shelter.
right, yeah.
Made out of an old squeezy bottle.
Yeah.
Are you making jokes about Val and
I made a
Blue
joke
Peter?
about Val on a previous episode of this fine quiz that we're on.
I told you before, it'll come back and bite you on the big fat arse, Phil.
That's why I wore my badge in defence of myself tonight. You know, I've got the Blue Peter badge on.
Did you actually win that badge?
Well, yeah, in that I stole it from a brownie, but... no, she put up quite a struggle.
What do you mean by that?
It wasn't easy.
Did I give it to you?
Well, I'd like to think that someday, Val... I can only dream.
I'm not telling Chaz out of school, but she's got a fine pair on her. You don't mind me saying that, do you?
No, it's all right,
Good,
darling.
okay. Oh, my children are going to be proud when they watch this back one day. Well, what do you think, though? Who do you think got the least points? That's what I'm looking for. That's the
I just
answer.
think if Noakes came on, you wouldn't... John, I couldn't hold your testicles, could I?
I'll give
John,
it a go.
turn your head to the left and cough.
Phil, if it was gaming to get a laugh, you know I would.
Right,
I reckon it's Finland.
There's no way that anyone gave the bad drummer fella any points at all.
OK, let's see. Julie, your team. Before we go, were you a Blue Peter fan?
Yes, sort of. I wasn't allowed to watch television until it got dark. That was the
That's all right, we did do it in the winter sometimes.
I've told you once before.
You weren't allowed till it got dark?
No, I did watch a bit in the winter.
Yes.
Yes.
So you watched us in the wintertime
Yes,
earlier, yes.
and,
Well, you're wearing a badge with me,
I
which I've never
know.
even seen before.
Someone sent me that, because you know I've got a dog called
You didn't
Valerie.
pinch it from a brownie?
No, whatever brownie means.
Was it named after me?
Yes.
Oh,
You've got the same hair.
And that's not all they're sharing. Let me tell you that. That's one fine dog you got there, Julie.
I'm sorry, he does this to all the female guests
that's all
on
right.
the show.
It's very nice, I enjoyed it.
There you go.
Obsessive thing he's got about.
Only because you don't understand, because you're making eyes at Richard or someone. That's why you don't get it, because I'm looking at the lady and you're looking at the...
I haven't made eyes at you.
No, bro, don't do that. It wasn't you.
I'm not asking you to do that.
You see, this is what I was actually talking to the brother over here. But
Guys, I don't know what you're squabbling about. We all think you make a lovely couple, and it's...
The answer is Finland.
Yeah,
You see? Anyway, so you're saying Finland, you're saying Finland?
Yeah.
I can tell you both that Korjol's Nuku Pomin failed to get a single point, so you're both right. Congratulations there. It was poor finish in every sense of the word. Look at that. Now, you're probably asking yourself, is there anything worse than Europop? Well, yes, I'm afraid there is. Europop with Julian in it. Europop, they just...
Where did you get the earrings, bro?
What was the name of that band?
Think Man.
Think Man.
Yes.
And am I right in thinking, because, you know, this was the release, wasn't it?
You've
There's
done
the-
your research.
Oh, yeah, look at that, Think Man, there's the cover.
How long ago was this?
I was about 25.
And you still had to get home
That doesn't
before
tell me
dark so you
anything.
could watch Blue Peter.
It seemed a good idea at the time. Shall we move on?
All right, there you go. Let's have a look at the points of that round. Well, you both got it, so you both get 3 points, so you both got 5 points. Round 3 this evening is channel hopping, where our guests have 90 seconds to act out clues to 5 signature tunes for our team captains. Gail and Graham, if you'd like to go first, if you could make your way round the back to behind the big TV behind me.
Some time.
Phil, I'm going to ask you to please don these amusing earmuffs.
Thank you.
There's your remote control.
All right.
When you're ready, let the channel hopping commence.
Something hairy mouse. No, don't know.
No?
Motorbike, finished bikes, country bikes, race bikes, bike race.
It's a tough one.
I'll sign for the package now, sweetheart. Whatever it is what it was before, but Junior.
Yes.
Junior Master Bike.
Well, you've got
Master
half
Chef.
it.
Master Vespa. Honda Bike.
I don't think you know it.
Honda Tiny. Lady Angry Scottish.
Record breaker. If you're the tallest, the smallest,
Record breakers.
Yeah, well done, you got one. Well done.
The Hangman's Wind? Hangman's Gallows something. I can't hear you, love.
Say what you say.
Attack of the Giant Wigged Mice. Willard.
I wish I could say well done, but frankly, that was a pathetic display. Guys, you have my sympathy.
No.
You were giving it plenty, and Phil was entirely lacking there. You only got 1 out of 5. You didn't get the first one, Rugrats.
Of course it was.
You didn't get Kickstart.
Look at
Hence,
me.
you couldn't get Junior Kickstart. You got Record Breakers. You didn't get Hanging
Gale.
Hanging
What
Gale.
was that?
Apparently a very popular show that you failed to get. There you go, 1 out of 5.
Where is it popular?
If I were you, I'd keep quiet. Richard and Valerie, if you're around the back there, if you're ready to charade, Julian, your earmuffs are also modelled on a superhero. For you, we've got Wonder Woman. Julian, I'll just work here. You know, I don't have a say over these things. Here's your remote control. Let the channel hopping commence.
What's that on the left? Oh, Ally McBeal.
Yes!
early morning fog I see visions of the things to be, the pains that are for me. I realize.
Yes! Well done. Congratulations.
No idea. Lost in Space.
Yeah!
Not that one, number 3.
That's it. Well done, mate. Well done. A fantastic effort. Thank you. A disdainful one. Well, the sight of Val Singer with a beard I shall treasure. OK, well, at the end of that round, you've now got 6 points. You're in the lead with 8 points. Congratulations. Val, is it true? Was there any flirting between you and the Blue Peter guys? Because John Noakes, I think, is quite a strange fella now.
Yes, John and I flirted together quite a lot, and Pete and I flirted, and Chris and I flirted, but that's all I'm telling you.
Just give us a wink for yes and a nod for no. That's a wink, that's a wink. Come on, that's a wink. Was it not meant to be? Oh, that's a double wink, both of them. Good Lord, they were heady days.
We got on very well.
Yeah, I bet. But didn't you used to have a crush on one of the Blue Peter guys at one stage? Julian?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, you had a crush on one of them. Not one of the older ones, but one of the mid-people.
Why, have you got a bit of secret film of me?
Oh, come on, have we ruffled your lovely feathers? Come on.
Did you have a crush on?
Well, when I was a student, Peter Duncan was on. I thought...
I had a crush on Peter Duncan.
Yeah,
Peter
nothing wrong with
Duncan,
that.
he was no more than a shaved chimp.
He was
He was like a little chimp, wasn't he? I'll climb it. I'll jump off it. Woo.
No, that's Johnny.
Oh, that's Johnny.
Just because he didn't have big tits, I suppose you didn't like him.
Go on, you're jealous. Go on then. There you go. Anyway. Oh, good heavens. We end, as always, with Who Said That? Well, I read out a quote, and the teams must tell me who said that. So fingers on the buzzers, guys, if you're ready. That's when they put a big metal hooba joob up your butt.
Chef.
Richie Chef from South Park, well done.
All right.
I'm not a pussy person. People don't look at me and think cat, they think dog. Go.
Gimme, Kathy Burke.
Yep, and Linda LaHughes, well done. There's something about the regular sound of milk being pumped into receiving jars.
Westlife.
I have asked you to check your sordid fantasies at the door.
It's Valerie Singleton.
It's not Valerie
It's
Singleton.
got the same profile.
John Noakes.
It's not John Noakes, no, it's Simon Groom.
Oh, it's Simon.
The black sheep of the Blue Peter family. I'm going round the back to see what's happening. Gail.
Bagpuss.
Bagpuss, silly old Bagpuss. How about a bang up your jacksie? Today I've been stupid enough to book in a pig for myself to castrate.
Go on, Julian.
Anne Robinson.
Oh, but she's got to unwind somewhere, hasn't she?
Is it True de Mostu?
It's True de Mostu.
True de Mostu.
Well, at the end of that final round, although you fought valiantly, Phil, your team have 10 points. Julian, you're this week's winners with 11 points. Congratulations. So we have a clear winner. You the man in the middle, you the lady, you not the man, you not the man, you not the lady. Just making you feel at home there. Yeah. So thank you to Julian, Richard and Valerie on my right there, and of course to Phil, Gail and Graham over there. Gail's already talked about what it takes to be a TV presenter. To play us out tonight, though, from the 1975 Miss World, we give you The Master. Watch this one and just look on in awe at Mr. David Vine. Good night, everybody.
Joël Apollon, who's 20 and a student. Joël, you speak beautiful English, don't you?
No, a little bit.
Only a little bit? Let's have a little bit of English. How do you like being here in London?